What up YouTube, your boy the Flying Spanner here. Today we have a model unboxing and model review of the brand new Phoenix TUI 767 300. So this model was released in, I believe, December. Actually no, it would have been January, sorry. It was in Phoenix's January releases. We've needed, well, we actually still need a couple more of the fleet updating, but the TUI 767, we've needed this for a while. They did release a Thompson 767, which I've got somewhere else. That's kind of like one of my battered models now, but that was Thompson. And when the TUI kind of rebranding, I should say, took over and all the TUI titles went on the aircraft, we're only just getting them on now. So we still need a 787-8 officially with the TUI title. I've custom made mine to have the title, but we need one to come out. And I think if Phoenix do it, they have probably one of the best takes on the TUI colour scheme anyway, in my opinion. So with that said, let's crack on with this model unboxing and review. So we have a lovely decorated box, as Phoenix seem to be doing now. We've got some clouds in the background, looks like the aircraft's flying, it's in the cruise, everything's all good. We've got the Boeing 767-300ER trademark titling at the top, picture of the plane, the TUI logo and the registration, which is Golf-Oscar Bravo Yankee Golf, and it's a 1:400 scale model. Just on the sides, they've kind of gone with the TUI wave decorating as such. So it's the Phoenix logo, Boeing 767, picture of the plane. This side is just still pretty much the same, although it would have been a really good touch if they could have taken the extra detail just to match these up. But apart from that, it's all fairly standard. In the back of the box seems to be, that looks like Holland. Got a windmill, it looks like it's got some tulips, looks very pretty, and a very nicely decorated box. So, let's crack on. So I think they've slightly changed their colouring, Phoenix, of their TUI models. So if I put that there, if I get the 737 Max, and the Max is the same colour as what all the previous ones have been. I wouldn't say they've messed it up, but it's definitely a bit, I prefer it how it was. So here's my TUI Max. As we're well aware, it's been sat in the airport for ages. Let me move that back a bit. So you can see the TUI, the Max is that lighter blue, which I think is a little bit more realistic. Whenever I see a TUI go past, they always look like they've got a lighter blue rather than this is kind of a bit more greeny. It's a bit more like the NG kind of colour, which I think this is probably So there we go. We've got the three of them there. It's ever so slightly lighter. It's a little bit more turquoisey. But I don't see why, because NG have done the same. So the light blue that's on the tail of the TUIs is the same colour blue that's on the fuselage, from what I'm aware of. And also they've done the lighter blue on the winglets of this 7.6. Anyway, well, when I do the overview, we'll have a closer look. I don't know why Phoenix have done this turquoisey blue, because it's not right. They kind of had it to a T before, and they've kind of messed with it. I'm going to pause the video while I set up. I need to get the phone out the cradle for the review. So that's just the kind of initial colour. I still prefer the original colour they had with And Gemini do this kind of colour blue as well. I know you can say take it from the majority. The majority of the manufacturers do it this way. It's that kind of colour. When you see one go, when you ever see one in person, you can tell it's not a turquoisey blue. It's more of a light sky blue. But 2 seconds, I'll just readjust the camera. So the camera's free now. While I was just kind of getting the camera out of the tripod, I saw the box that I had this TUI in. So this is the original Thompson 7.6 that Phoenix released. There's not really any difference in the actual mould themselves. You can just see the colour difference. So they absolutely smashed it with this one. So this is the same blue as what's on the Max, etc. And there's not really too much difference. They could really have done, it's a different registration, but they could really have just kept this model. If they didn't have it anymore, there might be an issue, but kept all the prints they had from this model and just adjust the titles and just get rid of the Thompson, put TUI, and get rid of the other little logos that are about that they got rid of. But I don't know why they changed so much of it. But let's get into it. Let's get on to the kind of the overview as such. So if I zoom in, we can now get quite detailed because for some reason my phone now decides to focus. So starting at the front, we got the lovely Boeing style cockpit windows, and the window wipers are modelled. The radome's got its kind of, you can tell where it is. It's not invisible. And we've got some pitot and statics. And we got the forward nose, and I always like the Phoenix landing gear. I do think it looks really nice. It's very soft and it is extremely prone to damage, but it's still very nice anyway. And then progressing down the model, we got the L1 door and then the TUI title. There's little bits, got the door handle, like the mirrors, the windows on there. And as I said before, my phone's now lost focus. There we go, it's back. Progressing further down, we've got more statics and different valves, etc. And they have modelled the outside, the colour change. So basically with the door, you have to make it visible from the outside. So they've got a grey, where the white is, that kind of outline is light blue. And then above that, because the door will go invisible then, the line around the door is then white. So they've modelled that. There's the door handle to the right of that. And the blanked out windows for probably a lavatory and all the good stuff. Going down the wing, we've got gorgeous CF6 engines and the TUI.com title on the side. Then you can just see fan blades are modelled and you can just about see them, so that's looking very nice. The leading edge, nice and shiny, and progressing down to probably the best looking winglets that is on an aircraft. So I've always been a big fan of the Boeing style winglets, especially on like the 7.5, but the 7.6 they're even bigger and even better. So we've got the nav light, we've got a strobe light on the top, and my voice is slowly going. There we go, that's better. Then we got the TUI smile on the side, and then the TUI smile is also on the inside of the winglet. So that's there. And then if we just have a little look above the wing, they've done nicely on the colouring, sufficiently glossed and clear. You can see the reflection of the windows and all that good stuff. Going down to the rear, we have the L3 door, which is the emergency exit door. We've got the registration again, which is Golf Dash Oscar Bravo Yankee Golf, and the UK flag. The rear L4 door, Boeing 767-300, and the stabilizer and the tail. And it's Phoenix, so you get I always think Phoenix's prices, they haven't skyrocketed, they haven't really gone up too much. They've kind of adjusted nicely, and they're not the most detailed. Like when you look at a Phoenix compared to an NG, you'll think, wow, look how much detail is on the NG. But realistically, what do you need? So Phoenix, I've always liked them. Their molds, I don't look too much into the molds. They've always looked good enough to me. I'm a fan of them. and I do buy quite a lot of them because they're normal, as I said, they're the best priced. So starting at the back on the right side, we've got the Apu Inlet. We've got the same bits. We've got the cargo door. Actually, didn't notice it on the way around. Oh, there is the bulk cargo. Oops, sorry, got a lovely view of my thumb. You couldn't really see it before, so we've got the bulk cargo, the outflow valve. What are you? You're like a drain master, I believe. Where's that, a paint chip? I can't actually tell what that is. Looks like a paint chip. Might be a paint chip. Oh well. It's only tiny, you can't really see it from the side. APU cowlings, and going up, we got the landing gear doors, the rat, pack outflow valves, the lower beacon, the Phoenix logo, which I'm surprised they put on there. Sometimes they do, they just don't do it anymore. Then you can just about see them. On the underbelly, you can see we've got masts and stuff, and DME antennas you can just about see. Underneath the engines, we've got the cowl latches, and they're all nicely detailed as you'd expect. I can't tell if there's little paint scuffs on like the reflection bit, just there and kind of inboard. I'm not really too worried. I'm not going to send it back for that because I do really like this model, and I'm probably not going to pay too much attention to it. Then we got the registration again, but yeah, I'm not going to pay too much attention to that. So as you can see from this side, on the top of the wing, they got the nose steps. Further down, let's go back to the front. It's all the good stuff. Everything what you'd expect from the bigger forward cargo door that's on the 7.6. And there we are, we're at the front again. That's pretty much summing up this model review. So, and I think I've got a couple little bits, maybe defects wrong with the model. But to be honest, to my standards, you're never really going to see anything on the underbelly, especially when I've got it on like an airport setup like mine, or in a display case. I'm not going to see the underbelly, so it doesn't really matter. Praise to them, they're only little bits. I'm not really too worried. But that pretty much sums up the model review. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more reviews, feel free to check out the channel. Weekly airport updates and weekly flight simulator videos, which come every Sunday. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a very good day, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Adios and goodbye.